George just tried to adopt another family.
Totally did. He was like, I'm going to run off with these people rather than be put on the boat.
So we're on the Oxford. We came onto the Oxford yesterday. We didn't vlog the return journey from Lechlade, and we've done this bit before, and we've done this bit before, but Michael's making me vlog it anyway.
Because you never know what sort of adventures might appear. Right? I could get another canal pin in the leg. I could, anything could happen.
Can we try not to?
We try not to, but we videotape just in case.
It's a beautiful morning at the end of September, and Oxford is looking very pretty. And I was really happy to be back on the canal. Like, the rivers are fun, but canals just...
We get onto the Oxford, which is like maybe half a mile down that way, and Joe's just like, I'm so glad we're back on the canals. And then we get up here, we moor up, we spend, we sit here for a little bit. Somebody partially leaves the lock part way open, so we sort of drop a little bit and stuff.
10 hire boats go past last night.
Yeah, so she's just like, I miss the Thames.
I miss the river. Canals suck.
Fickle she is.
Michael had a 1 a.m. walk to the lock to check to see if the paddles were open, because we were dropping. The paddles were shut, but the gate was wide open. So
it was losing water. So I shut it, and everything seemed to recover overnight. Good fun. And now we've got to go that way.
Today's cruise is probably just a half-day cruise, because Michael wants to do some work, and I think we're just going to go until we're going to stop.
Yeah. The point is to make it to Banbury in the next few days, where we can stock up, relax for a little bit, get some winter, requirements, coal, etc.
The hat's back out.
Yeah.
That's mainly because my hair's a mess, not because it's cold.
But it is kind of chilly today. It's been a little bit beautiful sun and then chill in the morning.
It's cold at night.
Yesterday there was a complete fog.
But we've resisted the fire so far, because it warms up in the day, so it doesn't really...
No, it hasn't made sense yet. Onwards, upwards, bunch of locks in front of us. Can't remember what they all are, but they're all narrow locks.
And when we did the Oxford last year, we did it in October. No, we did it in November, when all the closures had started. So our movements were really dictated by closures, and we were having to move like 2 miles, then wait, then 5 miles, then wait, and then 20 miles, then wait. So it's a bit of a different experience this year.
Yeah, at least for the moment, it's just, go till we feel like stopping. So we're going to go till we feel like stopping. Joe likes me to do these things where I film myself talking to the camera, because it gives you something to edit to and stuff. But there's not really much to talk about right now. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just moving up the Oxford. We've gone through a lock. I can tell you we've gone through a lock. I can tell you we're coming to a lock. I can tell you the sun's behind me. I can tell you that there's green all around me and birds and stuff. There's a boat passing us now. I'll tell you about the momentary things that are going on. Here's a boat right there, real close. Hey. Re-entering Thrupp, where we spent a bit of time last year, and I think got briefly iced in. Can't remember, but it definitely got cold while we were here. Still trying to figure out what a Thrupp is.
Coming through Thrupp, well, Michael's ahead of me, I'm going to have to run and open the swing bridge, but there's the bench where we filmed the Thrupp Chats video last year, and there's the pub we went to, and there's the mooring we had. Oh, there's the dog bin we used. It's really weird coming back to places that we've been to before. But we're not stopping this time, we're going to keep going through.
So we've made it to Lower Hayford, I think. Is that where
Yeah.
we're? Yeah. Where we picked up diesel last year and some kindling, and this year we've shot right past what last year was a whole bunch of narrowboats.
Yeah, because
And
they
this
were all
year
out.
was an empty basin.
Because they all went out past us yesterday
Yeah,
and today.
yeah. We saw them all, every last one of
Oh,
them.
well, apart from the one that's still there.
Yeah, and the ones that went that way. We had a not too long day, moving through some locks.
There's so much traffic today.
Yeah,
It's a Sunday, so I guess you might have weekend people out, but there's lots of hire boats out.
it all started at Thrupp.
Yeah,
It was low traffic until Thrupp.
Well, we did like a mile before Thrupp.
Yeah, but it was like nice and low traffic, nothing going on. And then we got to the Thrupp String Bridge, and all the 2-day moorings in Thrupp were open, and it was like, oh, okay. But it was way too early to stop at Thrupp, right? So we just go for half an hour or whatever. So yeah, we got to the Thrupp String Bridge, and I went up to see whether or not I should open it. And
Yeah, I chickened out. There was the workboat on the on the swing bridge landing. Lift bridge. It's not a swing bridge, it's a lift bridge.
yeah, and there was 2 day hire boats that were being checked out, and somebody kept pushing the horn because they thought that was funny. And
It was a little bit chaotic, so I made Michael drive through.
yeah.
And then we did the...
Which was funny because then you tried to open the bridge and it got like a third of the way open and then stuck.
You know why? Because it's got this screen on it that says follow the instructions on the screen, but it's so faded that you can't read the
them.
instructions.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to keep your finger on it, and I let go by accident, so it stopped, and then it was like, bridge is fully open. It's like, it's really not.
So she had to drop it and then raise it again.
Yeah,
And
then
all of a sudden it was just hire boat madness.
yeah, there was 2 or 3 boats going the other way. There was 2 boats that then turned up behind us. So we were leading a procession of 2 boats, but then we caught up with one in front, so there was 4 of us.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a bit slow.
We got to the river lock there where you get onto the actual river section for a little while, and
For a mile
it had
or
nice
something.
green lights and no risk of overflow.
And last year when we went on it, I was like, oh my God, we're going on the river. Now we've done the tidal Thames. I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me want winter to come more now, because like it was okay, the traffic, like it wasn't that bad, but...
Some of the traffic was a bit annoying.
And it was annoying for the people behind us having to wait for us to go through.
And it sort of added up to a somewhat tedious day.
Whereas if you can just go in your own time and at the locks go as fast or as slow as you just want to, it's relaxing. But when there's someone waiting to go through and they're like, you know, with their windlass winding paddles for you and like telling you that the gate's ready to open, it's like,
And
your relaxation goes.
in sometimes very passive aggressive ways.
And then when you start opening the gate, oh, I'm going to the other side, can you not open the gate now? Why did you just tell me to open the bloody gate? Whereas if they were wide locks and we'd met that boat, then it would have been like happy days. But
Yeah. But you know what you can do. Well, we're on a 2-week warning. Should we just wait 2 weeks for winter?
we're going to Banbury tomorrow.
Alright, we're going to Banbury tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. Like, click, comment, subscribe. Still trying to figure out what a thrupp is. Seems like something you wouldn't want to have happen to you, you know, like torture or something like that. Just been sentenced to a good thrupping. I have had hair.
You really do. No, please don't show the world. Nobody needs to see that.
And then we get to the swing bridge, and you thought you'd drive through and you wanted me to open it, but then
I just have to time the pizza.
it turned out there was she's timing a pizza. And we got to the Chertwell River?
Cherwell.
Yeah. I've had a little bit of
Train.
Bit of bad luck with injury.
Where's our dog?
And then this morning, he's down there somewhere. You need to, do some talking to camera sort of stuff. I like it when you do the talking to camera. So I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to the camera.
God, I haven't
I'll
watched it
talk
yet.
to the camera.
Probably in the bloopers.
It might be in the movie. Good?
Mm.
I said it fast.
Yeah.
I said click again though, didn't I?
Yeah, you don't need to say
Every
click.
time I said click. Oh, okay. I clicked this one now.
Also, we need to talk about the Oxford Canal and like what it is.
It's a canal.
It basically links the Thames with...
Oh, there's definitely not going to be any rain today.
Alright, let's do that tomorrow.
No, we can do it now.
No, I don't really know what to say.
The Oxford Canal links Oxford and
Braunston.
Coventry, basically.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's a link between London and Birmingham.
Without touching either of them. It's a link between London and Birmingham, but it doesn't go near either one.
Yeah, but the Thames goes to London, and I don't know which canal goes to Birmingham.
It links the Thames with the Grand Union, and the Grand Union with Coventry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the North Oxford.
And then that opens it up to Birmingham and the north and everywhere.
Yeah, and for that matter,
The world.
Belgium.
You're not very good at this facts and figure stuff. We'll do better tomorrow.
We'll do better at facts and figures later. Right now we're waiting for pizza. But I can't really concentrate on driving while doing that. So I'll just have to sort of extemporize. Now, sometimes I get my head running off in different directions and everything for no particular reason. Not like physically running off. That'd be problematic. But it just sort of wanders. And moments ago we passed a boat back there called Pendragon. Pendragon, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I.e. as in Arthur Pendragon, or Arthur, King of the Britons. So, that got me thinking about Arthur and the legend of the Knights of the Round Table. Now, I don't really want to talk about the knights, and I don't really want to talk about Arthur, but I do want to talk about the table. You ever been in an office building in which they actually try and do that, like have a round table so that everybody's sitting around and they're all like equal? It's kind of a good idea, except for the problem is, okay, you can pack a lot of people around a circular table, that's true. But everybody basically just has this little patch of curved real estate that's uncomfortable to sit up against, and no one can really see anyone else. If somebody across from you is talking, that's good. But if somebody like to your right is talking, you have to kind of keep craning your head over and stuff. And so this kind of puts you in this weird situation, like where you're gonna want to have a hierarchy around that circular table, and there's going to be good spots to sit, and there's going to be bad spots to sit. Like if you're the secretary of the round table, right? You're going to want to sit in a position where you can see the people who are going to be speaking most often, and of course the king is probably going to be speaking fairly often. Like you can't imagine that the king of the Britons is going to be like a quiet lad. Okay, he's got Excalibur, that can do a lot of talking for him, but it's not exactly the sort of thing that you're thinking about. You figure that they're having some political discussions about, what dragons to kill, what damsels to save. It's a bit of a weird moment, Let's put around a round table. So yeah, the round table. The secretary of the round table is going to have a problem. They're going to want to sit in a position where they can see the people who are speaking the most. And your sort of lieutenants of the round table, or I guess your captains of the round table, like the people who are sort of the right and left in command, the right-hand man, really they never have a left-hand man anyway. I know it's from the Bible and stuff, yet at the same time, like the whole Guinevere, well not Guinevere, but the whole Lady in the Lake and Merlin and stuff kind of indicates that the kind of Christian myth wasn't really the most prevalent at this particular moment, or at least the most prominent part of this particular mythology, because, there's wizards and if Disney's to be believed, time-traveling wizards and dragons and witches and stuff. And okay, some of those are mentioned, in kind of biblical terms, but there's nothing in there about a sword and a stone, So the sword and the stone thing leads back to like more pagan times and stuff. And you got this guy who's pulled the sword, and he's going to be talking all the time, and the secretary of the round table is going to be sitting across from him. But his, lieutenants, the left hand and the right hand man, they're going to be sitting, why are they men anyway? Wouldn't Arthur have been, at least a little inclined to some sort of equal opportunity sort of thing? Okay, so you got the right hand man and the left hand woman, and they're sitting around Arthur at the round table. Now, neither of them can, all they can do is sort of sit and nod. They can be like, yeah, that's what the king said, right? Because if they're going to get, really painful necks turning around to try and look at him and stuff. At the end of the day, it's just not, because you're going to end up, you want to put the people with the important opinion. Merlin's going to want to sit on one corner. The secretary of the round table is going to sit on the other. Did Merlin even sit at the round table? He's not a knight, right? So did he, have some secondary seat behind the round table? Is there a parliament around there? Is there, a gallery where people can watch? It's just bizarre. Anyway, I can go off on tangents sometimes. There's a bridge.